up just started. I'm watching a YouTube video of the Crosbys. There's this little girl who used to be like always on Ellen, and she was a singer, and she's super talented, so cute. I watch their family, like they vlog sometimes, and the mom is just had a baby. So I'm watching the video of like the baby. Anyway, it's just making me like, I'm so jealous. I don't know, that sounds crazy because all I ever say is like, oh, I don't want to be pregnant ever again, which is true, but like, it's not true because I do want to be pregnant. I just don't want to experience my type of pregnancy. I want to experience another type of pregnancy that's not as horrible as mine. Like, I know pregnancy is hard in general, but I just don't want to experience like the same type of horrible that I experienced again because it was so hard on me, like mentally and emotionally. And also physically, it was the most pain I've ever been in. But anyway, I'm so jealous because I'm like, they're talking to their other kids, like, are you ready to be a big sister? Are you ready to be a big brother? And I'm like, I want Flynn to be a big brother, and I want to like have a baby and like have a little family and have Flynn have siblings. And I'm like watching it, and I'm so happy for them, obviously, but I'm like so jealous. I'm so jealous, guys. Oh, you know what? Before I do my lips, I should get my advent calendar and pick one of those lips. So let's do that. All right, I am lipless and ready for some lips. Let's see what we have today. Actually, I can't believe we're already on number 6. Christmas is so soon. It's a gloss. It's kind of a dark gloss, like a dark gloss, and the color is Praline. I'm gonna put on this matte lipstick and put the gloss over it. So here's the lipstick I got a couple days ago. I'm gonna mix it with the gloss I just got, which looks pretty dark. Pretty nice. I gotta go do my hair, and Kory and I have a lot of work to do today, so we're gonna go get that done. But first, I'm gonna do the advent calendar of kindness. You know, there's a story that comes with these every day that I have not been telling you guys. These are kind of long, so maybe I'll tell you today. So today, the picture is a turkey. Since 2001, homeless residents of Manchester, Connecticut have been treated to a warm Christmas Day meal thanks to the Make a Christmas organization founded by Rahul Gomes. I'm sure I said his name wrong, or her name wrong. It all started as a get involved in the community high school project that fed about 25 people in the first year. However, Raju, I don't know how to say your name, I'm sorry, didn't stop there, and today at least 14 different shelters can provide a Christmas Day meal for the homeless. Mission 35, donate time or money to a charity organization of your choice. All right, time to get to work. So I just got a huge box, cold icy box full of dry ice, and it has a ton of meat in it from Corky's Ribs and Barbecues. We got pulled pork, we got beans, we got sauce, we got spice, and we got ribs and a pecan pie. And I was like, what the heck is going on? I got this little note that says, thanks for all you did to make the Giving Tuesday live stream a success for the kids at St. Jude. So I did, Matt Pat and his wife Stephanie, they do a live stream every year to raise money for St. Jude's, and it was like the day after our live stream or the next day, and they raised $3.1 million for St. Jude, which is so awesome because St. Jude Hospital is absolutely incredible, nonprofit organization, and kids with cancer can go there and not have to pay for anything at all. It's a really awesome place. And they sent me all this food, which normally you'd think like people would send like flowers or chocolates or whatever. This is such a good gift for a mom because now I don't have to worry about dinner. This is like actually the sweetest present because now tonight I don't, oh, there's something in my hair. Kory always saving me. That's a best friend. This is amazing, and I'm so grateful for this because now dinner is planned. I don't have to even think about it. I can focus on my work. That's so nice. Guess what, Flynn? It's time for Advent. Okay, can you pull it open? Ooh, a red car. Good job. Okay, can you show it to the camera? Good job. All right. What is it? Wow, a little person. This is so cool, Flynn. Look, you wanna do mine? Yeah. Ooh, this one actually is pretty cute. Christmas tree. That's pretty cool. Flynn and I decided to come to the park. Eric has a table read right now. Kory's doing some work. Flynn and I are like, let's get out of the house and get some energy out. So we brought his big excavator to the park today. It's very exciting stuff. What do you have? Whoa. You brought your big excavator. Whoa, Flynn. It's a big excavator. We're pretending we're animals right now. Doggies. Are we doggies now? Ruff, 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 ruff. Meow, meow. Kitty, kitty. Oh, thank you. Horse. Yay! Now I'm gonna become a bunny. Sometimes you just gotta pretend you're an animal for a little bit. Mi madre is here because she's visiting Rochelle, my sister. We are making desserts right now. Jessica, my sister-in-law, planned a like cookie exchange drop-off. So like we're dropping off cookies at her house tomorrow. I don't know if I can actually physically go, but one of us will go and drop off things. So my mom's making cookies. I'm gonna make my peanut butter fudge morsel deliciousness. Rachel, are you making anything?
Tomorrow I'll make something. We'll just figure it out tonight.
So Rachel's not making something yet, but she'll make it later. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna make some food. Hello everyone. So I made the treats. We're gonna take them to my family tomorrow, but I'm so overwhelmed with so much work right now because obviously we're doing the vlogs every day and then I'm still trying to get other videos up for you guys. And I also have this New Year's Eve show coming up and there's a lot of prep and planning for that with props and costumes and writing and editing songs and getting those things together. And then I also have another big project slash announcement that's happening at the end of this month for another big project I've been working on. And so all of that is really overwhelming. And so the next couple weeks are gonna be super busy. So anyway, I wanted to talk about something. So I'm having a strong urge to get bangs again. And every time I talk about wanting bangs, everyone's like, Colleen, don't do it. Please, like, you look so bad with bangs. And I agree with you. I know I look bad with bangs. However, I think the main reason I want bangs is because I feel really insecure. And this is maybe gonna be controversial. And I hope that I can talk about it in a way that you guys will understand what I'm trying to say. Basically, here's the deal. I have wrinkles because I'm a human and humans get wrinkles and humans get cellulite and you know, no human has this perfect flawless face that everyone is like trying to aspire to have, you know what I mean? And so I have wrinkles. I have a lot of wrinkles on my forehead and I kind of always have like I feel like when I was a teenager, I had wrinkles in my forehead because I have a very expressive face and I'm always doing this. But as you get older, your wrinkles get deeper and more intense. I have never looked at someone else's wrinkles and thought, bleh, because I don't. I think all people and women especially are beautiful and I think age should be celebrated. I think it's really weird that as a society we've taught women that they need to look as young as possible, like that aging is bad because with age comes wisdom and strength. And it happens to all of us. It's not like this weird thing. It's like it literally happens. All of us get older and all of us are going to age, but we're taught that you need to look as young as possible for as long as possible in order to be pretty and to be desirable. That is what society teaches us. So if I'm being honest, I am I think the only person of my friends, like of all my friends that I have in LA, I'm the only one that hasn't gotten like Botox, filler, like of all the girls that I know. And that's no shade to any of them because I also am very supportive of each person like gets to do what they want with their body and their face and whatever, like whatever they need to feel confident and beautiful. Like I'm very supportive of all of that. No judgment at all ever for me. Like I'm always like, yes, go get that Botox, like go get a girl, like whatever. But at the same time, I feel the same way for women who don't. And I'm like, yeah, you don't need Botox. You're beautiful the way you are. Like you got Botox, you're beautiful. Like I don't care. But I want to be someone who's like, look, I'm a public figure, if you can call me that, and I don't get any work done. Like I don't have filler and I don't get Botox because that can be pretty too. Like you can get all the Botox and filler and work done and that's really pretty. And you could also not get it done and that's really pretty because I don't feel like there's enough representation in my industry of people who don't get anything done. Like I said, I don't know any girls personally in my industry. I'm really trying hard to think. I think everyone that I know gets work done, which again, nothing wrong with that at all, like power to you. I wish there was representation on both sides so that people would be like, oh, I don't mind my wrinkles, or like, I don't want them, I'm gonna get rid of them. Like, and all of it is a fine decision. The issue is that like, because I don't know anyone like my age who has like wrinkles and stuff, I do get insecure about it sometimes and I do get comments about it, but I think it's important to show that you don't need it and that wrinkles can be pretty too. Just to be completely honest, sometimes I struggle with that. Sometimes I look at myself, my forehead and like my face and I'm like, oh, like that's not what I've been told is like pretty, or that's not what I've been told is like desirable. And I just like, I don't know, like what should I get something to get rid of that? Like, I don't necessarily think that would be setting a bad example because I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, but I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to feel like if I didn't have wrinkles, I would be prettier. I don't think that's fair that we've conditioned everyone to think that and believe that. And so I want to be part of a change that shows like, do whatever you want, but you're pretty no matter what. Like I want to be part of like that. And so then am I going against that if I were to get that? You know what I'm saying? Am I making any sense? I feel like I'm sounding very contradictory because I'm like, everyone's beautiful, whatever you choose to do, you're beautiful, but I don't feel pretty because I haven't done it. Like, I feel like that's what I'm saying. And I feel like that's very hypocritical. We've been taught in society, like, get rid of your wrinkles, wrinkles are bad. Get rid of your age and try to look as young as possible. I think that's great, but like, I think there should also be like people encouraging people to just like look their age or look older. Like there's nothing wrong with that too. Am I making any sense? I feel like I'm not making any sense. I don't know what it's like in the rest of the world. Like I live in California. I've always lived in California except for when I lived in Manhattan. And I work in the entertainment industry where everyone gets work done. I just don't want people to think what I always thought my whole life, which is like, oh, I need to look like that to be pretty. I need to not have wrinkles on my face. I need to not have any blemishes on my face. I need to not have any stretch marks. My body needs to look a certain way and I need to like blah, 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 blah. I can't look old. I have to look as young as possible at all times. Like, all those things, that's what like society teaches you. And I want to show people that like, that's not true. Like you cannot have all those things and still feel confident and pretty. So it's like, I'm struggling because like, that's what I want to be a part of and that's what I want to feel like I'm doing. But then I'm also kind of being a hypocrite by saying out loud, like, sometimes I don't feel pretty. I feel like I'm not making sense. And I feel like I'm talking in circles. I don't know. But that's what I'm thinking about tonight. I'm like, ew, my wrinkles and like, I look old and I'm like, I don't want to think that way. I wish there was more representation of like people who are like, aging is gorgeous and aging is so hot and aging is pretty and wrinkles are sexy. And like, why isn't there more representation of that? Like, it's never that. It's always get rid of your wrinkles, get rid of fine lines, look as young as possible. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I'm feeling. And that's one of the biggest reasons I want bangs, because like, that's a lot of wrinkles, y'all. And even like, I remember when I was doing Haters Back Off, I wasn't sleeping really when I was in Vancouver, and I wasn't sleeping very much, and I was getting stressed and I was getting some pimples and stuff. And so the woman who did my makeup was like, hey, you should go get a facial. I never had one like that before. I'd never been to like a fancy facial person before. I'd never really take care of my skin. And I went in and he was like doing all the facial-y things, and he was like, you really need Botox. And I've always read comments about my wrinkles because Miranda, you know, I'm always like, well, thanks. But like, it was so crazy hearing a human being like in front of my face who was this close to my face tell me, you really need Botox. And I was 29 and he was like, you really need Botox. You have really bad wrinkles and they're very deep. Like you need Botox. Can I give you Botox? And I was like, no, I need to use my face like for my job. I'm literally shooting a show right now where I need to be able to move my face around like that. And it just made me feel really bad. And I don't want to feel bad about that. And I don't want to feel like undesirable because of that. And I don't want anyone to feel that way, because like no one should feel like they have to get Botox or they have to get work done. People should feel like I want to do that because like I want it. Like I like it and I want to get that done. Like, and that's fine. Like go get it done, whatever you want to do, but you shouldn't feel like people are telling you have to because otherwise you're undesirable. Like that is so backwards and twisted. And like, I have thought about getting Botox so much, like so many times I've thought about it, and I always come back to like, no, like I want to show that like you don't have to have that to be pretty or whatever, and like you can have wrinkles and be confident in how you look. Will I get it someday? I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind someday, but that's how I feel right now. But it is something I think about all the time, and it is one of the main reasons I want bangs. I don't know, what do you guys think? Like, what do you guys think about how like society teaches us like you have to look really young to be pretty? Like, is that weird? Like, why isn't age celebrated too? Like, why can't it be celebrated like gray hair and wrinkles and stretch marks, and like, why can't those things be celebrated too? Like, it's so weird to me that those aren't celebrated and those aren't being taught to us that like that's pretty or that's sexy. I feel like I'm not making any sense, so I'm gonna go to bed. But I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.